Let's think about things that might be going on in your organization, and maybe you can relate to some of this. These are symptoms of unmanaged conflict. Individuals stop participating or they withdraw. Have you ever seen that, where people just sit there in a meeting and don't say anything, and then after the meeting they have the real meeting, parking lot. Can you believe what they're... One of the most extreme cases of this, oftentimes it's very subtle, just not returning emails or phone calls or things like that. One organization I was doing some consulting and training with, about a 6,000 employee organization, and one of the areas, as I was dealing with some of the issues in their organization, it was pointed out to me that there was a supervisor who had not spoken with her subordinate in 3 years. How do you do that? I don't know. I ask, how do you do that? Well, I want you to go tell her that she, or they shoot emails to each other. People hide behind emails. Emails are not a way to resolve conflict. There isn't anyone in the audience here that I think has ever seen any conflicts resolved through emails. We have to learn how to have conversations. Or perhaps you have people that spend time complaining. How about that? You ever seen that employee that maybe they spend, 2 minutes at this workstation, 5 minutes over here, throughout the day they might spend 2 or 3 hours just complaining to everybody. It's only 5 minutes to you, but it's 5 minutes to them and them and them and them. And if I do have a conflict with somebody, it's not that I don't talk to them to work it out and have an adult conversation. I talk to others. Can you believe what she's doing? Some people are reluctant to work together. One of the construction companies that does road construction that we were working with in Texas had separated people and put them on different crews because they just couldn't get along. So instead of really dealing with the root causes and resolving the issues, they had to restructure. And sometimes you have to restructure, keep people from working together. And that's a short-term fix, perhaps, but certainly not a good long-term strategy. Communication problems, withholding of information. Think of these things. These are vital things that we have to do to have a productive work environment, but yet what happens, these are the things that happen, and we observe and we see them in organizations. If you're aware, it's often not hidden. Good performers have left. According to the exit interviews through the Society of Human Resource Managers, 60% of the time that somebody voluntarily leaves an organization, it's because of unresolved workplace conflict, not because they couldn't do the job, not because they didn't like the job. They just couldn't get along. Mobbing and bullying and various things like that occur in the workplace. Backstabbing and gossip is occurring. That probably has never happened, right? Have any of you ever considered when you're working in an organization that you have people that are highly intelligent, educated, trained, professionals that act like they're in junior high school when there's conflict? They pout, they get even, they, backstab. Lawsuits and grievances. Now, many times I'm called into the organization when there's already formal grievances or lawsuits pending or EEO complaints, and so they want to see if they can resolve the issue and have it mediated before it gets to the really, really expensive